It's a leap year, so crazy things can happen. Write this date down, February 29th, 2024. The top 2 goal scorers in the NHL, Austin Matthews and Zach Hyman. Raise your hand if you saw that coming. Liars. With all the amazing talent that's thrown on the Oilers jersey over the decades of their existence, Zach Hyman just became the first left winger in Edmonton Oilers franchise history to score 40 goals in a single season. And guess who was front and center as history was being made?
Nugent Hopkins to the goal line, McDavid out in front, Hyman, he scores on the rebound!
With that assist, McDavid extended his home point scoring streak to 24 games. The only Oiler with a longer streak, Gretzky. Then early in the second, more McDavid magic assisting on Hyman's milestone moment.
They stretch out the ice. McDavid's right in. A pass across. They score! Zach Hyman on the receiving end of another great pass from Connor McDavid.
Zach Hyman now has 40 goals on the season. That's almost double the number of goals that McDavid has right now. It's already a career high, and he's still got 25 games left to play this season. He's now on a pace to score 58 this year. Only one guy, Austin Matthews, has more goals than Zach Hyman right now. Let that sink in a moment. Hyman, the guy the Leafs allowed to move on because they decided he wasn't worth the $5.5 million a season that he wanted and that the Oilers were willing to pay and are now paying him. Now Hyman has scored 27, 36, and 40 goals in the 3 seasons since he's been gone. And this season, the Leafs are paying that exact $5.5 million annual salary to Tyler Bertuzzi. Do you think the Leafs would love a mulligan on that one? And after teeing up Hyman for franchise and personal history, guess who just broke out of the longest goalless drought of his career? And guess how he did it? If you guessed Connor McDavid and with just 23 seconds left to go in overtime, you nailed it.
30 seconds left in overtime. Here comes Connor McDavid. Right through the middle. Right in. He scores! Connor McDavid wins it in overtime.
So you did decide to score, right?
There was no one to pass to. I thought Hymes would be on the backside, but quit on the play, I guess.
That's 16 career regular season OT goals for McDavid. That's 139 fewer games than it took anyone else in NHL history to score that many OT winners, so no one else is even close. And big trade news to pass your way. Chris Tanev is off the board. It took some work, and it took 3 teams to get it done, but the Dallas Stars end up getting Chris Tanev from the Calgary Flames, and they only have to pay about a quarter of his remaining salary. So that's some serious cap finagling. That's because they got the Calgary Flames to retain half the salary, and they got the Devils to take another 25% of Tanev's salary. So in the end, the Flames end up with the Stars' second-round pick this June and a third-round pick if the Dallas Stars reach the Cup final this season. And they also get prospect Artem Grushnikov. He's a second-rounder from 2021 who's a good young talent on the blue line. They look at him as a defensive defenseman down the road. But they still have to pay half of Tanev's remaining salary. The Devils get a 4th-rounder from Dallas in the 2026 draft for picking up just over $1 million of Tanev's remaining salary. Given how little this deal cost the Dallas Stars and how little of a cap hit Dallas ends up with, you can't help but think that the teams that missed out on Tanev are left thinking, hey, that's all it took to get him. If I knew that's all it would have cost, I would have made that deal. So, what do you think of the deal? If you're a Flames, Stars, or Devils fan, how do you think you guys did? And if your team, like for instance, the Toronto Maple Leafs, was looking for help on the blue line and you missed out on Tanev, what do you think of what it took to get him? What do you think, Leaf fans? And speaking of the Leafs, how are the Leafs and Oiler fans feeling about Zach Hyman now sitting on 40 goals this season and second only to Austin Matthews in the race for the Rocket? Looking forward to hearing from you in the comments, and I'll talk to you again same time tomorrow.